Former Prime Minister Donald Tusk spoke about resetting relations with Russia in his exposé on assuming office in November 2007.
Chcemy dialogu z Rosją.
We want dialogue with Russia as it is. The lack of dialogue serves neither Poland nor Russia. It spoils the interests and reputation of both countries on the international arena. That is why I am convinced that the time for a good change on this issue is now. One of the first decisions taken by the PO-PSL government was to remove the veto from the European Union's trade agreement with Russia. Poland had maintained its opposition to this for over a year in response to trade sanctions imposed by Russia. It was a return to communist times without communism, i.e. a return to a situation in which Moscow has the right to decide on key issues for Poland. Polish energy, Polish defence, Polish diplomacy, and Polish policy, including domestic policy, was becoming dependent on Moscow's interests. During Donald Tusk's government, the creation of the missile shield was blocked. The US installation was supposed to protect NATO countries, including Poland, from missile strikes. We know that the Russian side was against the construction of the anti-missile shield because it eliminated the possible threat of missile weapons from Russia. Then, after building the shield, Russia would have had no way to blackmail Poland and Western Europe. Today, TVP Info and TVP1 will begin broadcasting the Reset documentary series. As announced by its creators, journalist Michał Raszon and historian Professor Sławomir Cęckiewicz, new facts about Polish-Russian relations between 2007 and 2015 will be revealed. The authors have found documents showing that the Czech Prime Minister, while in the United States, discussed Polish agreements on the missile shield. And around the same time, Prime Minister Tusk in Washington undermined the efforts of the Czechs, torpedoing the entire joint project. We all have in our minds such catchy images or phrases of the Komiersant newspaper title about Donald Tusk saying that he is our man in Warsaw. Or remember the pictures of the walk in the Kremlin and on Red Square. Together with Professor Cęckiewicz, we decided to study the available sources and to analyze them without emotion. In 2010, Deputy Prime Minister Waldemar Pawlak and Vladimir Putin's Deputy Head of Government Igor Sechin signed an agreement on increasing Russian gas supplies to Poland and supplying it at the highest prices in Europe. The agreement regulated gas transit through Poland until 2019, with the possibility of extending it to 2045. However, in 2009, Donald Tusk had halted the Baltic Pipe project, which guaranteed the diversification of fuel supplies. On the 19th of December 2013, when the Ukrainians were protesting on the Maidan against their country being tied to Russia, Radosław Sikorski met the Russian foreign minister in Warsaw. The two ministers signed a declaration saying that they would deepen mutually beneficial cooperation. And this is just one of the many examples of the reset with Russia under the PO-PSL government. The full report is available in Gazeta Polska, and the latest findings in this case will be presented in a new documentary series on TVP, the first episode of which airs tonight at 21:30.